Hi everyone, this is Esther here again. Today we are going to talk about connecting deeply on a spiritual level with the foods that you eat. And as usual, I would like for us to be centered. So let's take a deep breath in. Release. Take another deep breath in. Release. You can just roll your shoulders and just relax. So the main reason why I want to talk about connecting deeply with the foods that we eat is because you can, if you haven't noticed yet, you will, if you look around you, you'll see that a lot of people are obese, and in our society right now there's tons and tons of different diets that people go on, and obviously we all know that diets don't work. Now the main reason why all these things don't work is because, for me at least, I cannot speak for anybody else. I share this knowledge based on my own life story, so I cannot speak for somebody else. Is I noticed that over the years I had a very unhealthy relationship with the foods that I ate. And in order for you to be able to thrive, in order for you to live a life that you love and be excited, you have to be able to enjoy the foods that you eat. At least for me, I mean, I like food, so I believe that being able to enjoy the food that you eat is key to thriving. So many years, I shared yesterday that I used to model, and in the modeling world, we're usually expected to maintain a certain body weight. And so for a very, very long time, I had a very unhealthy relationship with food. I would eat only certain kinds of foods, and if I ever overate, I would purge, I would throw up, and I would just get involved in a lot of very unhealthy ways of purging myself of the foods that I ate. And so for a long time I would pray to God and really ask, like, what is the best way to be able to just enjoy food and just eat and really be connected to the food? And what I discovered was, number one, giving thanks to the food and the people who have produced the food, and just everybody who has been involved in the production of that food. So I started really just giving thanks to just being able to have the food. And then I started noticing that certain things like meat, I would no longer have interest in it. Now, does it mean that if you're vegetarian or vegan, or if you eat meat, that you're not spiritually connected to your higher self? I don't think so. I think that the key point here is just being aware of the foods that you're eating and how you're reacting and responding to the food. So for me, again, I started by really just giving thanks and really just seeing how the food was nourishing to my body, and how eating it would give me all the nutrients that I wanted, and just giving all the positive energy into the food that I could. See, I grew up in an African culture where even before we slaughter an animal, we actually thank the animal for giving up its life so that we can have life. And just this simple act, I mean, you have to realize that even becoming a vegetarian, plants are still living things, and we still have to thank them for giving up their life so that we can have life. So just this simple act of connecting to your food on a very spiritual level can really elevate your life. What I noticed is, when I started doing this, I stopped having cravings, I stopped having anxiety around food, because even around dinner table, growing up in a very poor country, food was something that was not really readily available. Granted, my family, my mom did well, but food was not something that was readily available. So I also had certain triggers around food, which meant that, I wanted to eat more because I didn't know where the rest was going to come from. the next meal was going to come from. So you want to really be aware of these kinds of things, because those are the things that make you overeat, those underlying anxieties and underlying fears around food. So the tip again for today is to really get connected to the food that you eat. Before you eat anything, thank it. Thank everybody who has produced it. You know, from the delivery guy to the transportation people to the farmer, all those people, really just send positive energy to them. And then finally, don't forget to thank the plant or the food itself or the animal that gave up its life so that you can have life. I hope this was helpful to you. Again, remember to like my video and also to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the morning for the next tip to thrive in 2014. I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you. Bye-bye.